you've summoned me, Mother.
Do you now, boy? Lan has prepared you, I see. What else did he tell you?
That you aren't exactly what you seem.
In this world, most people are not. It is wise to guard your truths, but not us. I have questions for you.
And then what?
How many times have you channeled?
Not many. Not deliberately.
You will continue to channel. And if you don't learn to control it, you won't live long enough to go mad.
What if I'm tired of being a spoke in the wheel?
You're not a spoke, boy. You are that turns the wheel itself. Do you know what Tower Law says the Amyrlin must do if she finds the Dragon Reborn?
Gentle him?
No! How would you fight the Dark One without the One Power? We are meant to cage you, channeling only when we want what we want. You will be the greatest weapon.
You already made your decision. This is not a conversation. I won't live in your cage.
6 months? You've known what you are. You've learnt nothing. She taught you nothing. Huh? A single Aes Sedai can handle you like bait fish. We would have been so much better off if you were a girl.
Release him, Siuan.
No. We tried our way, Moiraine.
This is not what we agreed
The
to.
Reds will gentle him.
Not while I hold the seat.
I was to find the Dragon Reborn. You were to get the tower ready to support him.
But you were supposed to be with him, ready to shield him if he started to go mad, yet here you are, stilled. You can't guide him. You can't control him. You left the fate of the world to chance for your pride. When Queen Galdrian returns, we shall announce him as Dragon, with 14 sisters by our side to show he is under our control.
What is happening to me?
You've been shielded from the One Power. She has to channel to keep the shield in place, but when it drops, you'll feel yourself again. Where were you going?
Egwene is there. Ishalmar has her.
The dragon is supposed to proclaim himself there.
They want everyone to know who I am before they try to kill me. And they certainly don't want me being held prisoner by the Amyrlin Seat.
You didn't even make it out of the city.
The Amyrlin's holding me. I need your help.
I know.
Can you get me out?
Isn't Moiraine with you? Surely she can do something.
Can you get me out or not, Lanfear?
Forget everything you thought you knew about Siuan Sanche. Her time as Amyrlin, while pivotal, was merely the tip of the iceberg. The real story, the one that cemented her legacy as the greatest spy master the world ever knew, happened in the shadows, shaping global events with unparalleled foresight. Prepare to have your perceptions challenged as we dive deep into Siuan's true strategic genius. We remember Siuan as the fiery Amyrlin Seat who dared to declare Rand al'Thor the Dragon Reborn, as the woman who clashed with the White Tower's factions and paid for it with her power, gentled, deposed, and left for dead. But that public fall from grace was not a defeat. It was a curtain call, a deliberate exit from the spotlight that let her return to what she did best, pulling strings from the dark, building an intelligence network so vast and invisible that even the Forsaken never saw it coming. Siuan's Amyrlin reign was a smokescreen, a way to consolidate power, while her true work weaving a web of spies, secrets, and strategic alliances unfolded beneath the tower's gilded surface. She didn't just lead the White Tower. She weaponized it, turning its halls, its rituals, and even its flaws into tools for a war no one else fully understood. Long before she wore the Amyrlin stole, Siuan Sanche was a spy. As a novice and accepted, she learned to move unseen, to listen more than she spoke, to turn idle gossip into actionable intelligence. She befriended servants, traded favors with novices from rival Ajahs, and even charmed warders into sharing whispers from the borderlands. By the time she rose to accepted, she had a small circle of informants across Tar Valon maids, who noticed which Aes Sedai snuck out at night, scribes who copied coded messages, stable hands who tracked the comings and goings of suspicious visitors. This wasn't just curiosity, it was training. Siuan saw the White Tower not as a temple of the One Power, but as a hub of information, and she was determined to control its flow. When she and Moiraine de Modred discovered Rand was the Dragon Reborn, Siuan's network became their most valuable asset. She didn't just rely on Moiraine's travels, she fed her intelligence from Tar Valon reports of Darkfriend cells in Carhian, rumors of Trolloc movements near the Blight, even whispers of Red Ajat plots to gentle male channelers. Siuan's spies were her eyes and ears, letting her guide Moiraine's journey without ever leaving the tower. Her genius as a spy master lay in her ability to hide in plain sight. As Amyrlin, she used her position to expand her network exponentially, and no one suspected a thing. She appointed trusted allies to minor roles in the Tower Library assistants who could access forbidden archives, messengers who carried coded letters alongside official decrees, even a cook in the Amyrlin's quarters who specialized in passing messages hidden in pastries. She didn't just recruit Aes Sedai or warders, she enlisted innkeepers across the Westlands, peddlers who traveled between nations, and even priests of the light who could gather information in temples and villages. Siuan's network was diverse by design. No single thread could be pulled to unravel the whole web. A Darkfriend might expose a peddler spy, but they'd never trace it back to the Amyrlin. An Aja rival might suspect a messenger, but they'd never connect her to Siuan's grand design. What set Siuan apart was her unparalleled foresight. She didn't just collect information, she weaponized it, using it to shape events years before they unfolded. When she learned of Loghain Ablar's rise as a false dragon, she didn't just send Aes Sedai to gentle him. She planted spies in his camp to study his followers, to understand why people rallied to him, and to gather intelligence on how the Shadow was manipulating him. That information later let her guide Rand in winning Loghain's loyalty, turning a potential enemy into a key ally. When she heard rumors of the Shan-Chan invasion, she sent spies to the Aerith Ocean's coasts, mapping their ships and decoding their communications. Those reports led her warn Moiraine to steer Rand away from Shan-Chan-held territories, saving him from capture in his weakest days.